What's up, guys? Welcome back. So in today's episode, I guess you could say, because I'm gonna just start doing episodes at this point, fuck it. The last episode was us getting the car and bringing it home and showing you the cage and the anti-roll bar and all that fun stuff. So in this video, I'm really just gonna give you an update of what all we have done and what all the car has not gotten yet and what we need and what we don't need and all that fun shit. So let's go ahead and dive into that. I got a little boo-boo. All right, so now diving into this unit here. We have so far gotten all the holes covered up on the firewall. Went ahead and got the Strange master cylinder and the billet firewall bracket, and gonna make the brakes eventually. I need to make all new line from there, but need to get the Strange front brakes and the rotors and the calipers, and then that'll pretty much be that on the brakes. I did get the brand new Strange struts in there, single adjustables, so excited about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into the rest of the car. Got the Kirky in it, Motion Raceworks steering wheel and steering column. Fun, you know. Nothing's hooked up, so it's kind of a bitch to get that back on. But got the shifter in it, got both holes covered for the shifter, and got the radio hole covered up and all that fun stuff. But so far, car's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put these dome lights in it. So right now they're just held up there with some zip ties, and the wire's kind of just hanging back here on a button. But yeah, we're gonna put the dome lights in it, have Dusty wire those up, so it'll be pretty fucking sick. But back here in the back, we went ahead and cut the spare tire hole out of it. We sheet metaled it all up and riveted some sheet metal in. Got the new hole cut for the sump of the tank. So I'm definitely gonna get a new fuel cell. Probably gonna go to a 10-gallon, get rid of that 15-gallon. And then we've decided that on this side of the car, it's gonna be all electronics down the driver's side, and then the passenger side will be all the plumbing. So that kill switch will get relocated somewhere else. It'll no longer be in the gas cap, because that's where it's originally at right now. But it'll probably no longer be in there. We're gonna move that somewhere else, probably put it out the back, or haven't quite figured that out yet. But there's that. Up underneath the car, let's get up under here. Let's get this light on here. So underneath the car, we've got the anti-roll bar in. Got the tabs welded on. Got the Vikings back in it. I do need to put the rear brakes back on it. There's the hole that we cut. Got the trans cooler mounted. I do need to make some... Got the fuel pump back in it. I do need the clearance up here though for the trans cooler lines to come out, because if you can see, I didn't cut enough of the floor out. So the trans cooler lines are going to be rubbing up against that, and I don't want to puncture a line or anything. So that's pretty much that. But it now has the, let me zoom in a little bit. It's now got the adjustable uppers. It does not have the adjustable lowers yet, because I'm waiting to get some more moolah so I can do the coils, because I want to put coilovers on this car in the rear. So, but yeah, that's pretty much that on the rear of the car. Still the same rear end as last year. We're gonna see if it holds together this year, but nothing special, just a stock 8.8. I did think about sliding some axles in it and kind of just beef it up a little bit, but yeah, the anti-roll bar looks pretty damn good back there. But that's pretty much all I know about underneath the car. Moving back up here. Let's see here, what else do we got? Trying to think. I did weld in the torque boxes. Torque boxes are completely welded in now. So there's that. There's a better look at the spare tire hole that we covered up. And I'm either gonna put a back seat in here, or I'm gonna make a firewall for the back of that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I know on that. Like I said, probably not a very long video, just simple basic stuff. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna get rid of all this wiring. Well, I'm not going to. Dusty's going to. My good friend Dusty, he's really good at fucking wiring, and I figured I'd let him take care of all the wiring aspect on this, because he's going to make a full standalone harness for this car. So what I mean by standalone, it'll literally just have headlights, tail lights, brake lights, and dome light, and that's about it. Like, no turn signals. It will have tag lights and stuff like that, but yeah, so all this wiring up in here it'll be gone through, downsized and whatnot, but I do need to get a steering rack. That's why the Motion Raceworks column is not hooked up yet. I do have the steering shaft and the U-joint and everything for it. So here's the steering shaft. I literally just need to put it in that U-joint right there, cut it down, and put it in the new steering rack when I get the new steering rack. I did do away with all the fucking windshield wipers, windshield wiper motor and all that stuff. Heater core and AC and all that stuff got deleted. So we went in and we patched these holes up with some sheet metal. And fun little story here. We did weld a quarter onto the firewall because, so here's the thing about that is when we make decisions, or we're always like, oh, well, what should we get or what should we do? We always flip a quarter for things, and it's it's kind of funny because, like, man, that's how the TIG welder got bought. That's how this transmission back here. That's how this transmission got bought. Mostly all the stuff that I've got for this car was off of a quarter flip. Well, these cars, they have studs coming through the firewall right there for the heater box and all that stuff. And one of those studs right there, kind of like that little hole above it, one of those studs was coming through there, and Seth was like, well, what are we going to do about this little hole? And it was about the diameter of a nickel. And I was like, well, fuck it, put a quarter on it, and because, I mean, we're always flipping for shit. And so, yeah, I was a little tacky, but you know what? We welded a quarter to the firewall to cover up that little hole, because, I mean, I wasn't going to make another template out of sheet metal. But, yeah. So far, though, what the car needs and what we're waiting on is I'm waiting on the new steering rack to get rid of that power bullshit. It's going to get full manual steering, full manual brakes. And, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. There's a lot that I had to cover with, but that fuse box and all that stuff, that'll all be gone. There'll be a whole electrical panel. I screwed that up. There'll be a whole electric panel on the passenger door bar. So kind of give you an idea, I'll go over here and show you. Over here on the passenger side, on the door bar, probably like from here down or here over, haven't quite figured out yet, but on the passenger door bar, there will be either a sheet metal, piece of carbon, whatever, and that'll hold my Holly, a relay board, all the stuff for boost controller, and all of that. So that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, not a very long video, just kind of updating on what the car needs, what it don't need, where we're at on it. It does have brand new UPR caster camera plates, brand new Strange single adjustable struts. I do need to get the Strange rotors and calipers, so that'll be pretty exciting. But as far as like the bump steer and all that goes, it's still the QA1. I just need to, I'm gonna pull this QA1 bump steer kit off of this steering rack, and I'm gonna put it onto the new, I think I'm gonna go with the Flaming River steering rack. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Got the new Strange brakes in there, master cylinder, and the bracket. Pretty well went over that. But that's pretty much it. That's what we got left on the car. Not a lot, really. I mean, before you know it, the car will be done. But I'm really excited about this this setup here. The Motion Raceworks steering wheel. I got the trans brake button here now, so the trans brake will no longer be on the shifter. It'll be on the steering wheel. And then that Motion Raceworks column is really freaking nice. I love it. Got the switch panel up there because the car will clearly no longer have a key in it. So got the switch panel up there. It'll just be ignition, fuel pump, fans, trans cooler, radiator fan, shit like that, so on and so forth. Any lights that we're going to put in the car, like the dome light, for an example. I mean, we just mocked it up. So the dome light, it'll be on there. A couple other things, but yeah, that's pretty much all I know. I apologize that I talk really fast, but it's just because I'm trying to cover so much and not make this a long freaking video. But yeah, got to get a new fuel system. And what I mean by fuel system is I'm going to get a new fuel cell, and I'll probably make all new line. But as far as the fuel pump goes and all that stuff, the car will still be the same setup as last year. 6 liter with 7875 VS Racing Turbo. Basic hot side, cold side, stuff like that. It'll be the same combo as last year, just we're going to really dump the beans to this combo this year. Because at the end of the year last year, we got really down into low tens, like low tens, like right at 10 seconds flat, almost high nines. Like we was damn near breaking our high 9 mark. On the street, we went 990 at 145 miles an hour. So yeah, that's why the car got the cage, and that's why I got the anti-roll bar, so it'll be a lot more rigid. It won't be so loose, like, because when we started really trying to dump the power to the car off the line, the car started to, you know, try and do that G-body shuffle stuff and whatnot. And yeah, so yeah, get the steering rack, get the steering hooked up, get the new brakes. The new brake line ran, because I'm gonna run new brake line from the calipers up into the master cylinder from this 4-way T here. So these two are the rears, and then this one and the other one is the front brakes. So we're gonna make new line off this T-way here into the master cylinder. So that'll be pretty interesting. Back to the whole windshield wiper stuff and all that, the windshield wiper motor. Since I deleted all that, this is literally just going to get a sheet metal cover. Not going to get riveted in or anything like that. It'll just be a really nice sheet metal cover. It'll have a nice break in it. That way it kind of just flows with the firewall. And the windshield is not so, like, open, you know what I'm saying? Because right now you can hit the corner of the glass and take chances of it breaking. But either that, or we'll put the plastic back on it and just find a way to cover the holes for the windshield wipers. But yeah, this is version 2 of building this car. Version 1 was just to see how the car was going to work, how it was going to react. And since we figured out that it was going to react good and take power really well, I was like, all right, well, why not take this car? It's a good platform. Why not take the car and build the no prep car that I've always wanted to build? So yeah, I'm not going too crazy on it right now, like as far as like the long travel front end shocks and struts and all that stuff. Like, it'll get nice Vikings later on in life right now, but as of right now, I mean, those single adjustable Stranges, that'll be plenty for now. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I know as far as the update on the car. I do need to get these collars. So, like, if you can't tell here, that one over there, it has the collar in it. That's why there's more thread showing. But so these UPR caster camera plates, they're supposed to have collars down in here, and I didn't realize that the collar was not in this one. So when we put this strut in, this side of the car sags a little bit more, but that's all right. Just pull that strut back out, put the collar in the caster camera plate, put the strut back in it. No big deal. But yeah, that's pretty much all I know. I figured I'd make this video today and give you guys an update on where we stand with the car and what all we got left, because I've had a couple people bugging me. Well, not really bugging me, but, you know, they've been asking like, hey, you know, when you go make another video on the car, because I kind of really just mainly put a lot of stuff on Snapchat, and I've been trying to kind of steer away from putting stuff on Snapchat as like giving it away or like giving my ideas away. So I've kind of just been trying to do better at making YouTube videos for you guys to watch. That way it's just like, oh, well, instead of trying to go to my Snapchat or go to my Facebook page to see what all I've done on the car, it's just, you can go to YouTube and watch literally, and I can explain it to you guys on where we're at, what we're doing, and shit like that. So yeah, that is the update video on the car. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you need to do. I appreciate you guys for watching. And when we get this car out and we start racing it, I look forward to all you guys coming out and hanging out and seeing the car. And because, man, that's one of my biggest things I love to do is meet people, shake hands, and talk to people and answer questions on the car. So, yeah, just stay tuned. I appreciate you guys.